Hello there, welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus, you can just call me Stent. Last time we did a whole bunch more story stuff in the Crimson Milands, finally defeated our second Noble. This time around, however, we're not going to be progressing with the story as much. I wanted to sort of dedicate, especially here, I wanted to dedicate a fair bit of time to cleaning up some of the side quests we've gotten. Just sort of accumulating over time here. I figured it'd be best to just dedicate some time to putting them out of the way. Let me just check to see if the... That's the thing, isn't it? There we go. I updated Discord I updated OBS just a little while before I ended up actually just pressing play on the stream, so gonna have to get used to some of the changes, but as of right now, everything seems to be going alright. What's your problem here, man?
Why, if it ain't one of them young'uns from the Survey Corps, good thing you dropped by. I need help making friends with this Eevee. Think you can lend a hand? Kanala, my granddaughter, thought the little guy home with her the other day, and I wanted us to be on good terms.
I mean, she definitely has impeccable taste. Let me just say that.
After thinking long and hard, I decided the best way to win Eevee over is the old-fashioned way. Blood sports.
Taste the treats.
So I'll be whipping up a special snack from my hometown. Some of the ingredients for it don't grow here in the Swee, but I brought a few local berries and things that'll make good enough substitutes. 3 stalks of hearty grains, 2 hopa berries, and 1 raspberry is what I need. I'm counting on you.
Do I actually have those in my pack at the moment? Nope. Need to find hopa berries, need to find more hearty grains. Most of those I think I can get in the Milands. There's gonna be a fair bit of just running around just trying to collect things. Hopefully some of these will take less time than others. Like this one, for instance, in the fields. I think I know what this one is meant to be. Also, what are you doing up there? I suppose this isn't exactly the best sort of I suppose a decent enough lookout spot of the village at least. Ah, what a remarkable tale that was. A Pokemon it belonged to must have been a wee little thing. It was hiding behind some rocks when I found it, but not when its tail was poking out. But it was a tail I'd give anything to see again. Think you could catch the Pokemon I was talking about? Its tail was elegant and swirly like a spring. Come show it to me after you catch it, and I'll give you a nice reward. Pachirisu sort of comes to mind there, or what? Yeah, Pachirisu is the Pokemon that comes to mind where I think that sort of notable tail.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Survey Corps. You got great timing as always. I want to make the fields even bigger, see, but we don't have enough help to keep them watered. You can lend us one of your water Pokemon that knows water.
Okay. Just another little... obviously we're not giving up Josh here. Do we have actually... Oh, we have Psyduck. Kind of weird that we aren't allowed to give away any weasels, but... Yeah, I guess Psyduck will do.
Your Pokemon will sure be a big help in expanding the fields. Might as well get started.
Now I'm all pumped up. Heck, all Miller's gonna make the fields bigger than ever. I'm guessing this is just sort of to increase the yield of stuff you can actually get in the fields. Look at that, we got 3 of the 4. Ain't it amazing? I want to check actually, what can we firm here for the time being? And obviously we get some more stuff. Apricorn, lovely. Okay, we got vegetable, medicinal, mushroom berry. I'm thinking maybe berry. The special? Never mind. I don't have enough of that. We'll just go for the normal one. There we go. That's a bit more manageable. And hopefully we'll get some hopper berries out of that. Though I'm not really counting on it. What else is... Okay, just more shopping and hairdressing expansion quests from the looks of it. Looks like we already have enough, have a fair amount on our plate as is. Alright. I forgot all the accents I did for these. Hello again, valued customer. You've arrived just in the nick of time. I'm afraid Tao Hua is refusing to do business with me again. He won't listen to a word I say, so could you try and persuade him for me again? I'm sure I'll get somewhere if you bring pop pods. So we're going to need to find a fair few of those out in the wild. And as for you, what about you? Oh, we're doing Shellos. Compare its different forms. One can be found in the Pacific Fairlands. The other in Cobalt Coastlands is where we'll be headed next as we progress in the story. So, at the very most, we can try and catch ourselves a Shellos. Hey there, in the mood for like a style change? Alright, let's see how you've expanded your wares. I'm expecting great things from you. Okay, so let's see what we got so far. No. Maybe. Yeah, we'll just keep the ponytail. Do you there we go. We got some actual colourful ones. We got crimson, got blue. That's a little bit more me. Peach pink. We'll go with the blue. It'll fit nicely enough with my Oshawott getup at the very least, and blue eyebrows, why not? No, I really look like an anime character. Truly, I have become the Fire Emblem. Me think... yeah, definitely gonna need a new bandana after that, though. Hopefully we'll have enough for one. Yeah, you better. Okay, so... actually, I'm thinking an orange one might do. What have you got for me? Headkerchief... tangerine. That... look, definitely has a Dragon Quest sort of feel to it. But it is fitting. I will say that. Even if the color scheme is kind of ridiculous. Let's see, what else we got? More kimonos. More gis. I think we'll be fine. Actually, let's see how the... no, I think the blue ones work just fine for that. Alright. Me and my ridiculous headgear off on another adventure. Let's see if there's actually any quests in here first before we head out into the wilds. We may as well start first on the ones in the field lands. Okay, nothing on here for the time being. Yeah, this will probably be where I also get another promotion, which I'm probably going to need if we're going to be headed off further afield. This does seem kind of ridiculous though, doesn't it? Alright, let's check off a request first. We'll get... obviously first we'll need to find some weasels, then we can do the mushroom cake thing. Playing with Drifloon. I'll also see what we can quickly bang out whilst we're here. I gotta say though, I do like how the village does sort of evolve as you go over time. Alright, what's your deal? So my quest looking to drink. I can't tell you what a big help that is. We heard reports that a Driftloon was playing with the village children over on Prelude Beach in the evenings. Seemed like an odd behavior for a Pokemon, so all of us in the survey were worried its true intention was a Oh. Oh, it's one of those cases, isn't it? Yep, we're gone the whole Driftloon kidnapping children and dragging them to the Netherrealm. There's one curious, none of them seem to know anything about a Driftloon. Find the truth about Driftloon. I wouldn't exactly call this the evening, but we may as well investigate a little bit. Well, I imagine it'll take a fair bit of time for night to fall whilst we're here. Oh, yeah, I was wondering when you'd show up. Yeah. New duds look a little bit ridiculous, but I figured it is at the very least cohesive. Yeah, nothing out here as of late. Alright. Let's just check whatever else requests we got here. We're mostly doing requests this time around. Let's see. Hoppo Berry. We could use some of those. Most of this seems to be in the Crimson Myland. Gather information in Jubilife Village. Eerie apparitions. Oh yeah, we need to get a Charm at some point. And Cricket's Heart. Yeah, there's still a fair few we need to go through. Miracle. Unfinished tasks first, that's what I need. Yeah, most of this just seems to be sort of for Mylands. We're going to be doing Mylands first at the very least, but actually no, we're doing Fieldlands. You know, starting area first. So hopefully you've been having yourself a decent enough week. It's been one of those weeks for me where I'm just sort of wondering where the time has gone. I mean, granted, I had a little bit of time off for Easter, but even so, it's hard to believe it's already April. It's one of those things, really, where I kind of wish that I knew how to make better use of my time. Well, that being said, it's I suppose it's definitely enjoyable going back to this at least. Okay. Okay, let's just check. I meant to check stuff that was here first. Unfinished tasks first. Investigate, prelude, okay. Get cherry berries. I think he's out in the field though, so that will have to come a little bit later. Aurum berries, we need some of those. Peculiar Ponyta. That's the sort of main one which I want to dedicate this to, because it's a fairly interesting one to say the least. We'll get more into it once we actually get into the quest proper, but first, let's see if we can actually buy any more recipes here. So, yeah, fine remedy. Bean cake. Auxiliary power. And auxiliary guard. Never going to use those, but it's nice to have the recipes of them at the very least. I like how this does sort of push you to being a bit more self-sufficient with actually finding stuff in the fields and sort of saving your money for the stuff that's actually interesting. You hear about my Ponyta request, right? Glad to have some help at last. Here's the problem. A Ponyta like no one's ever seen has appeared in the Horseshoe Plains. It looks so different from the other Ponyta, it's a little scary to be honest.
Told the press you got all excited about resurging, so we agreed to have the ponies surveyed and see what's what. We've head to the horseshoe plains and catch that strange ponyta first. Okay, a very peculiar looking ponyta. I wonder. Sadly, we got no proper description as to the peculiar nature of it, but it will be interesting to see what's what. But yeah, we're just gonna head off to the field lands at this point. No reason not to dilly-dally. We're already 15 minutes in and we haven't even started yet. Okay. Fieldlands. Because I'm fairly certain there were a few quests here that I can knock out as well. Still need to catch more Buizels, that's the main thing. Okay. Fairly certain there was a quest for you. They're versatile. Fry 'em, stew 'em, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in the stew. So yeah, it is weird actually thinking about how this is technically the first Pokemon game to have side quests. This whole big JRPG sort of basic staple, and this is the first time we've actually gotten them in this, what is essentially a JRPG. I know I technically... I say technically. I put out a little survey earlier on in the week, sort of discussing that fact, whether or not this series was a JRPG, and I can't help but wonder whether or not that mentality of it being a JRPG with a lot of staples and RNG-based mechanics are holding the series back a fair bit. I might have already said a fair bit about how it would be great if you could ride about these plains on your own Pokemon rather than just being given this very specific Pokemon in order to do it for you, which you may not even catch as you go throughout your game. I mean, Wideyear's especially a fairly obscure one to get. It's not one you catch out in the wild, to say the least, and you need to have it do a very specific set of things before you can actually evolve it into such. Oh wait, that's an Alpha Cricketart. Should be interesting. Yeah, from my experience, this can just happen sometimes. You can just stumble across a Pokemon that would normally be just a standard one, and it turns out to be an alpha. Well, so much for the stealthy approach. We'll just send the Banui out against it. Just sort of measure. I mean, I know a lot of people like Koraidon and Miraidon, but I highly doubt that we're ever going to get Koraidon and Miraidon to, for lack of a better word, ride on outside of Scarlet and Violet. And I know a lot of people like those two, but I'm always just sort of thinking in terms of more, I suppose, long-term. Like, imagine if you could just ride about on a Cyclizar. Just as a very, very loose example. I don't think these Pokemon... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I don't think these are as effective in battle as outside. But there we go. That's another Cricketart. Actually, let me just check the decks real quick, because I know there's a fair few about Cricketart which I need to get. Ordered numerically, that's more like it. This should make things a fair bit easier for me to understand with my rapidity print. There we go. Research level 10. That should be enough to
complete that one side quest. Actually, can we do it right here? Okay, Pokédex entry about Cricket's art. Oh, it's right at the start, okay. First off, I need to talk to you to finish off this Cherry Berry quest. Yes, have a Cherry Berry. Yes, yeah, basically just a tip about how you can just lure Pokemon with berries. I think that might actually be a Pokédex requirement for some of the crickets up around here. Let me just check. Okay, time's giving it food, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a fair bit that counts as food. Springy mushrooms, dazzling honeys, etc. I need to sort this. There we go. I'm not sure whether or not Starlies need food, but let's throw one out anyways. Yeah, they're drawn to the stinky food. Waddle on over. And eat it. Yeah. I don't think Starly needs to eat though, so we can just leave it be. You know what, that's more Starlies, okay. I think another thing we need to get is stuff from trees. We got more cherry berries, we need orange berries. Really just most berries actually. Only getting cherry berries around here unfortunately, so I guess we'll just have to move elsewhere. And I also need to go and catch some more Buizzles, that's right. Because one was apparent. All my Buizzles were apparently too small. Raspberries have... Raspberries increase capture rate. Now that sounds oddly familiar, because yeah. I'm fairly certain that was also the case in Pokemon Go. I remember that at the very least. Let's see. Yeah, let's just head back and finish off this particular side quest. And since we're out here, there's another thing which I remember doing which I think we need to address. The verses. I figured this would be a good enough time as any to just try and find them. There we go. Those would be good for more revives. Hard work, yeah. I suppose at the very least this does really make you feel like you're really filling out the first Pokédex, even if... Last I remember the first Pokédex, in terms of anime lore, was in Pokemon Forever, where it was just this whole Ouroboros thing, where Ash explains to a young Samuel Oak what a Pokédex is, and then he goes back to his original time, and then creates the Pokédex. It's kind of screwed up when you really think about it. I haven't seen that particular film in a long time, though. Alright, let's go find some Buizzles. It also reminds me, I still need to go out... There we go. Order numerically, there we go. Fairly certain I still need to do Baby Doll Eyes on Baneri. Let me just check what I still need to do with Baneri. Yeah. Need to give it a whole bunch of Baby Doll Eyes. That's the main thing I can really do here. So... suppose this will be a good time as any, so feel free to get a snack in the meantime. As we're about to farm out some dex requirements. Yeah, this one's only level 2, so we can just continuously spam Baby Doll Eyes in it and be none the wiser. I swear, a lot of Buizzle and Floatzel's animations just look really, really unfortunate, especially when you use certain moves. I think it was most notable at using like Hydro Pump and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, where it just sort of, for lack of a better word, shot out of its backside in a very humorous manner, which I'm fairly certain wasn't intended. But yeah, Pokemon Forever, or more specifically just, I say more generally, the various Pokemon movies. Those were the ones which I have the most memory of watching when it comes to Pokemon, as opposed to the actual anime. The ones I mostly remember watching were basically 1 to 5. Yeah, I could certainly imagine I may end up getting into a little bit of trouble if I get overconfident, but actually, do I have any leopard berries? Let me just check. No leopard berries. Shoot. Alright. Yeah, the ones I mostly remember watching were, you know, first movie, 2003, Forever, and Heroes, and with the exception of in Pokemon Forever, where I think there was a short about a hedge maze, I also remember before each one the funny little Pikachu special animation beforehand. Like, obviously, with the first one, you had Pikachu's Vacation, the first one, where Charizard got his head stuck in a pipe in a way that I'd imagine most people would find very unfortunate in a modern internet sense. Just, what are you doing, Step Pikachu? I'm sorry, just... I have a fair few fond memories, but mostly the one I remember watching the most was 2000. Mostly since that was the first one I actually saw, and I think technically my first exposure to actually watching the anime as opposed to just consuming side content of the anime whilst I was still mistaking it for Digimon. That was awkward, but it's definitely one I'd like to go back and watch at some point. Okay, we're done with Weasel. Well, I still need to defeat some, so that's good of there. Oh hey, we're done with Baby Doll Eyes, that's nice, and now there's nothing stopping us from actually evolving this Baneri. Only question is, when will we actually get to evolve the Baneri? I'm fairly certain you can raise friendliness using berries and leveling up. We'll just give you that, though I imagine it will be a fair bit until Baneri is actually ready to evolve. Yeah, I was also quite fond of Pokemon Heroes as well, just sort of reinforcing the, I suppose, weird relationship I had with Latios, which started just chasing it all over the Hoenn region back in Sapphire. But despite that, I could never bring myself to hate it. Not like I would later do so with the likes of Entei and Raikou. That's a pretty big weasel. Guess I'm going to be at this for a fair bit though. May as well try and catch another one, and we got that one at the very least. Alright, let's go. Hey Jonesy, we're just doing side quests this time around. I still need to get a decent enough weasel, so that's why we're out here. Unfortunately, all the stuff I have one-shots at that. This sort of situation really makes me appreciate that mechanic in cassette beasts. I'm just gonna be blunt about it, I know it probably won't, but I really hope that it gets more content, because I want to play more of it. trees and ore deposits. That's a fairly decent hint. I'll try that. There we go. That's a big weasel. And let me just check. We're just sort of wandering around, wondering... Okay, catch a big weasel. We need to find drift blooms. We got aurum berries. Obviously not something we need to worry about so far, but... Next up, I think... Yeah, we need to find Cherim. That's gonna suck. Because Cherim is quite rare from what I remember. I mean, I'm open to suggestions, but from what I recall, the only real place we can find Cherim is in the Heartwood, I believe it was called. Yeah, the Heartwood. Very fantastical name, as I must say. I do kind of approve. Well, I do remember, I'm not sure whether or not I already went over this, a few years ago, I watched some of the movies back again with my big sister, just sort of reminiscing on how we used to watch all these old Pokemon movies, and one thing I remember most was when we got to Heroes, and my dad was in the room, and he was just like, how can you watch this? This tries to making insufferable. I'm pretty sure he literally said insufferable, and that really stuck with me because, well, he was kind of right. Obviously I haven't seen the Japanese version, which at one point at the very least I do want to do. Just means I'll get more text completion on Burmy. Swings and roundabouts and whatnot. Oh, hello, Alpha Geodude. Not certain whether or not I need to defeat more of you with Water-type moves, but I'll do so anyway. We are actually fairly evenly leveled, I just noticed. Water Pulse. Well. Don't have enough here we go again. Run out of space. I'll just check, see if there's anything I can do about in this journey. I'm not going to evolve Eevee into Jolteon. Not yet, anyways. What do I mean, not yet? Not at all. Not at all. We're not doing Jolteon with this particular run. I will say, though, I do kind of want to send Rhyhorn out into battle just to see what happens. I know it probably won't be all that effective, considering I'm not that high of a trainer level, but I do at the very least want to at least see what happens. That makes sense. Oh yeah, this is where we get Parasect. Fairly certain we're not high enough a level to actually catch Parasect yet. Thought there was a Pichu for a second there. I know for a fact that you can find Pikachus elsewhere in this Forsaken Land, but not here as of yet. Hello. Just hit, and that's another Alpha Cricketot. I'll just leave you alone. That place is to be. Because right now, I need to be back in the Heartwood. It is quite nice coming here, even if it is a little bit perilous. We're obviously trying to hunt down a specific shaking Pokemon out here whilst you're being pestered by all the other Pokemon. May get a wee bit of... Oh, I completely forgot you were here. Okay, 19 remaining. It is nice at the very least they point that out to you. So you're not just guessing all the time. It would be nice if they had a little sort of checklist so you could see which ones you were actually missing, because I will admit I'm sort of reminded of the treasure chests in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you had a set list of treasure chests. You could check by the treasure chest where each one was. You know what? Let's see what happens when I send in Rhyhorn. This can only go in my favor. Alright, Stealth Rock? Wait, I wonder if it's possible for Rhyhorn to actually attack you in this. Or just Pokemon that disobey you. Because I will admit, this isn't actually something I've tried. Pretending not to notice. I'm hoping at the very least he rolls a different move. Because I know that can happen sometimes, just use a different move. There we go. Oh, he actually did it. And now we get one of the big changes which I actually appreciate about this game. The changes to Stealth Rock, mostly in the inclusion of the new status effect Splinters, basically just another damage over time effect. Which I get was something that I figured made sense, considering there isn't really any PvP switching in this game. Well, let's not do that again. I'd have thought there'd be more shaking trees around here, I will say. I may as well wander around here a little bit. See if we can find it. Oh, that's a shaking tree. Baneri's still not ready to evolve yet. Alright. Obviously this isn't likely going to be a Cherrim, but let's find out. Oh hey! A Cherubi. I'll take it. Only question is, can I actually weaken it enough to catch it? That's the big question. It's kind of a shame, really, because I never really had much of a chance to actually use Cherrim in a playthrough. Because I know everyone likes to make a big deal about how potentially powerful Flower Gift is, because I remember for the longest time that with Flower Gifts and a lot of all extra stuff, like I think Power Trip or Guard Swap, Power Swap, basically a whole bunch of moves when used in tandem with Shuckle could provide the most damage you can do in a move in the entire game. I remember it being quite redonkulous, but I don't remember the full details, unfortunately. Alright, this is where we need to feed some Benuis. So, eat. I think I threw that too... I was gonna say I didn't throw that far enough, but it seemed to work. Let's feed the Benui. I'm fairly certain you need to feed these. Time's giving it food. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'll just have to stay here and hope that Zubat doesn't come too close. The Zubat did come too close. Okay. Here's another one for you, Banuri. Please start. There you go. Truly the most riveting gameplay on this channel. There you go, that's one way of doing it. Oh yeah, and I got these honey cakes as well. You got the effects of them, but should at the very least... Oh, Zubat noticed. Let's back off a little. Alright, Zubat. Even here, you'd seek to annoy me. You know what? Let's send in George against you. I need some more slashes. I mean for the Pokédex. Okay. Slash. It's kind of a shame, really. I'm hoping that once we get the ability to use the Seeds of Mastery, I can use it on Focus Energy, so we can actually use it. Because I'm fairly certain with Slash and I think either Aqua Cutter or Razor Shell and Slash, and just imagine that Samrock can just end up becoming this big crit machine. At least that's my goal. Yeah, I have a lot of bad memories about running into Zubats ever since I started on this series. You know, all the way back when I was playing Sapphire as a kid, I was always running into Zubats and later on Golbats. How many times do I need to get? Okay. Only 5 times, so just gotta... I suppose at the very least this is a good way of emptying out my inventory. And there you can see in the background 2 frames a second Lopunny. Look at that, look at that, just... I know it's not exactly something you're supposed to take much notice of since it's a little bit out of the way, but... You can see that, right? It's on the left, just... Lopunny in a slideshow. Oh, there she goes. Okay, just need one more. There we go, now I can just move on. Actually, since you're eating... I don't think either of them saw me. I want to check actually if I can catch it at the moment, because... Let's see, Pekka berries and the knob berries. Let's throw out a knob berry, because I'm fairly certain you also need to get these ones food. That's it, just hop over. Don't mind me. Wait. Wait. Please? Please? No. Alright, so I'll just be... I'll leave you be once I've gotten this last oh, it's gone. It's daytime. Okay, never mind. Everything's gone wrong. I think, though, for the most part, I've gotten everything I came for with regards to that particular side quest. Just need to have that Cherim in my party for most of the game, I guess. Hopefully we can evolve it by the end of the stream, but I'm not counting on it. So, got ourselves a fairly big Weasel. We need to get back the Drift Balloon. Got some Oran Berries, Ponyta, and Mysterious Will-O-Wisp. All the way... That seems fairly close, actually. Let's go and have a look over there. I have a feeling I know what this Will-O-Wisp might actually be, given where this is. I'll keep quiet about it for the time being. As we try... Yes! Skyrim Horse succeeds again. So, supposedly, there's a Will-O-Wisp that exists around here. Let's check the... Okay, it's at nighttime. So, we may as well go make camp. And see what this Will-O-Wisp is all about. The intention is Kyle. I'll just say that much, though. It may take a while. Most illuminating. Okay, so... 15 slashes. Still needs one more water pulse. Then I can do slashes, and then finally, once I get 10 more strong star moves, I'll be able to evolve it into do what? There we go, 3rd star. I'm just hoping my points from here on carry over. Okay. Nightfall. There we go. I was going to say, in your own time gate, there we go. Now let's see what this will-o-wisp business is all about, and then try to get that one particular wisp from Lopunny's clutches. So what is this will-o-wisp, I wonder? Investigate. It's a monkey! It's you. And unfortunately you don't have Blaze, meaning you're, let's just say, not as powerful as you would have been in the anime. Only level 12 though, so I'm guessing I'm gonna swap out to Porygon. Because I think Porygon has Thunder Wave. It should help. Obviously, I don't want to risk any hurt to this thing. There we go. Thunder Wave. If I can actually hit it. There we go. Strong Thunder Wave. That should at the very least mean you're paralyzed for longer. It is kind of bonkers when you really think about it. These are supposed to be really rare in modern Sinnoh times. Here they are just running around, literally just hanging out in trees. We got a distortion last time. That's where I got Porygon. Got the monkey. Okay. So that's likely back in the village. Anything else we need to do while we're here? Oh yeah, the Ponyta. Over in the Horseshoe Plains. Let's roll out. Actually, let me just... I want to add both Chimchar and Cherim to the party before we roll out proper. Yep. So... Yep, sorry Rhyhorn, you probably won't get much mileage for a while yet. Let's see, Cherim, definitely want you on the team, and Chimchar. Let's have a look at Chimchar, actually. Okay, Bashful, and... stats I'd expect from a mixed attacker, okay. You can come on instead of Stantler for the time being. Next stop, though, Horseshoe Plains. I have a fairly decent idea as to what we're going to find, but I'll still keep quiet about it. Oh, there's another Wespo there. And just another wild Chimchar out in the wild, just sort of hanging around. Get out of my way, Zubat. Here I was just trying to get a Chimchar, and you had to ruin my day again. As is always the case with Zubat. Okay. Horseshoe Plains, no more horsing around. Teehee. Then we can... Oh wait, I still need to do the verses here, don't I? You just pull up where exactly they are, just off screen, and we can just go to them right away. So we just need to stop by here and see what we can find. What's up with this strange looking Ponyta? It's blue! Unusual Ponyta, you don't say. Okay, just gotta sneak over and catch that, it looks like. I'm hoping at the very least he won't flee. I will say though, I do definitely prefer how these look in Coliseum and XD, where they're a lot more of a... They're a bit more of a purple, as opposed to this bright blue. I know that's sort of personal preference sort of thing, but I did generally think it looks better, because I'm not entirely certain that blue really goes with the more yellow body of Ponyta. Alright. You didn't seem interested in the food, that's a shame. Didn't seem to be too much of an issue for him. Alright, let's throw out some more. Okay, that was probably a bad throw. Have some more Honui. There we go. Caught the unusual Ponyta. Yeah, much like Gyarados in Gold and Silver, that's always a shiny. Basically just one of the free shinies you can get, so I can't help but imagine that's one which is of less value, question mark, but then again, nowadays shinies are super easy to get regardless. To the point where I still think that there should just be an option where you can just make your Pokemon shiny for, like, battle points. There we go. Starting to get back to my old habits from the looks of it. Just always insisting on using Pokeballs when it's probably not in my best interest. Alright. Before that, let's actually look to see where the verses are in this place. I'm fairly certain there's some of them at least here in the Fieldlands. I want to prioritize them to say the least. Okay. 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 Yeah, I still remember the months and months I spent just trying to get all these legendary shinies in Ultra Moon. Pretty sure that was basically the only reason I got that game in the first place, was just to get all the shiny legendaries, which I know I'm pretty sure you could also technically done in Sword and Shield with the Dynamax raids, but sorry, Dynamax Adventures. But generally speaking, I feel it was probably easier in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where you didn't have to worry about raids and such. So where exactly? This must be fairly awkward for Zubat here. Let's see. I think this is a verse. Verse 14. Let's read it. The Fieldlands rushed by under hoof as Wire Deer carries me astride. Companions of mine will run with us and Pokemon dashes alongside. Oh, it's just basically describing the original intro for the anime. Ash is just running in the field with Rapidash and Arcanine. We've come to stand where wind had swept and old days play before my eyes. The memories come running through, linking this place to times gone by. Time and space here blend together, and fall my heart as I remember. Nice. Okay, next stop Obviously there's one on the island which we can't get to yet, but I may as well try and mark it on the map. Next one, I think, closest, is over there. But I think there's an alpha over there, so we're going to have to be careful. Let's ride. I will say, though, this did definitely take longer than I was anticipating. I suppose it just comes with the territory of running around fairly aimlessly looking for things. Oh, there's another wisp over there. I don't think you're actually supposed to get this one until much later, but I want to try. Just need to find the correct angle. This one looks fairly good. Nope, nope, no, no, no. This one you could have gotten this early. Oh. 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 Yeah, I think it's best we leave that for the time being, especially when I'm being assailed. That is definitely an endgame quest, though. Okay, this seems like the sort of place where an old verse would be buried. Where are you? There we go. I think this is also another verse. Verse 19. Yeah, I think Shaman you only get access to if you have save data of Sword and Shield. I never got Sword and Shield, so I guess that field will just remain barren for me. Okay, let's read. When first this land was formed, men and Mon lived happily, sharing all that they could see, by kind acts born and warned. One Pokemon then proposed they should always be ready to help the humans should they need, and let their presence be disclosed. And that is why to this day not all Pokemon do flee when a human they do see. They leap out where tall grasses sway, even when it greatly annoys you. I just use repels. What if I don't have money for repels? Now this is supposed to be all-inclusive, you know, happy fun Pokemon game, but even back then, it's like, if you didn't have repels, you just suffered. If you didn't have enough money for repels, you just were just out of luck. King's Leap, I think that's a later game item. Can I make it this time? Nope, nope, no. Oh. 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 Come on. In the nick of time. That probably wasn't worth it. Come on. I know you are, dear. You bring all of Skyrim's greatest horses to shame. There we go. I'm fairly certain in terms of also this whole save data thing, which I think started with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, where you could just get a free Mew, Jirachi, and Celebi, depending on which save files you had. Which is kind of silly when you think about it. Alright, I think with that, we'll just return to the village for now. I said return to the village. There we go. I suppose that's one way of putting it, but I have very, very rarely come across shinies that way. It's all just been the same Zubat. Well, saying that, I did actually find a shiny Zubat in Leaf Green back when I played it. I was trying to go through this, you know, new game where I'd get an all shiny team and then got stuck on Magikarp.
A good friend of mine from below was surprised when he saw the ponytail herds out in the field lands. Couldn't wrap his head around their fiery manes. This time, I thought it was an odd thing to be amazed by. Now I know some ponytail blue frames, not just rich. I think there might be all sorts of them out there. And I'm not just talking about Ponytail Mind. Who knows what many different colored Pokemon there are in the world. I hope the Survey Corps keeps trying to level its level best to research them all. Okay, let's see what other stuff we can knock out whilst we're here. I'm hoping that the weasel we caught is big enough. I will say though, it's definitely satisfying seeing them all grow like this. Alright. Weasel it is out here. I did catch a fairly big weasel though. Certainly bigger than that one. Okay. I think it was this one. That was this one, wasn't it? Alright. So picky, this one, honestly. Yeah, I think it may be a while before we manage to complete that one. It's a shame, too. I thought I really got it that time, but nope. Nope. Still need to get a bigger weasel. Fortunately, though, there's some side quests here I can knock out. Alright, here's your Oran Berries. Sadly, nowhere near as effective as they are in the Mystery Dungeon games. Here you go. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as that, at least not yet. I believe you went through the trouble of this. Not really, but happy to help. Thank you. Gosh, you're nice for someone who fell out of the sky. Let's just tuck these away in my satchel. I won't let your kindness go to waste. Wish me luck with those tumblestones. There we go. Got some revives for it at the very least. Upgraded the shop yet once, but I haven't gone the pop pods yet. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm fairly certain there's some unknowns hidden somewhere in the village. Just gotta remember where exactly they are. I think there might be one around here somewhere. Maybe wrong, I remember that. Oh. Forgot about this one. It's just I faintly remember there being an unknown at the very top of the headquarters. I want to see if I can actually make it up there. But yeah, needless to say, definitely a little bummed out about that whole weasel thing. Hopefully, we can find a means upstairs, though something tells me that it's not going to be that simple. I may just be remembering wrong. Find the entrance to the roof. Right. Well, at least we get to advance this a little bit. I commend you on your successful search of the Pokemon living in the Crimson Mildlands. Your next orders are to begin the survey of the Cobalt Coastlands. I'll let you know in advance, there are no Pokemon nobles at the Cobalt Coastlands. Except actually there are, that's a lie. Allow me to explain. We did have a lord in the coastlands until a few years ago. A tragedy took him from us. Now, we've had reports of Pokemon seeing strange, shadowy figures on the island of the lord used to call his home. We have also received word from both the Security Corps and the Supply Corps. It seems some of the members were attacked by a ghost while gathering out materials around Firespit Island. It's a serious concern, and moreover, my clan just can't tolerate this discretion of our late Lord's seat. Normally I'd entrust this to our warden in the coastlands, but our situation is complicated. I trust my intentions are clear by now. I hereby order you to investigate these reports. I'll meet you in the Cobalt Coastlands. I do love it there. It's a beautiful area. Oh, and I know this might be a bewildering situation to be dropped into. I'm sorry. Think nothing of it. Stint is a talented and hard-working member of the Galaxy team. I'm sure he'll sort things out. Indeed, Stint quote the Lord of the Woods. I've seen both his strength and his kindness firsthand. The next area for you to investigate will be the Cobalt Coastlands. It is farther afield than the Crimson Islands, much farther, and the path is long and trying. You must be at least a 3rd star in our ranks to be able to tackle the coastlands. Strive to defeat Pokemon in battles and observe them using particular moves in your survey work. Work on such research tasks, ready yourself, and help with any requests that have been posted on the professor's blackboard in his lab. So yeah, you do need to become 3rd star for this. You've made progress. It seems you earned yourself a star. Probably should have saved this for when I actually went to tackle the coastlands. A little bit awkward, but never mind. With this, you've officially attained the rank of 3rd star in the Galaxy Pacific. Now use Great Balls up to level 40, so we still can't use Rhyhorn. More crafting. You know your mission. Investigate Firespit Island. Yeah, that won't be for a while yet. Let me just check. Anything on the blackboard? Nothing on the blackboard. Let's see if we can actually get up to the roof now. I've certainly noticed you definitely seem gung-ho about these particular matters. Okay. Fairly certain there was supposed to be an unknown up here. There you are. This is quite funny though. Looks like he has eyelashes. There we go, that's the W. I suppose it's quite fitting, actually. Alright, enough horsing around. We need to go find more stuff in the Marlins. Also, I realized I don't think I actually got everything with regards to the verses back in the Ethereal Lands, but I suppose we will get another chance to do so at a later date. I know there's a particular instance which revolves us going to the Field Lands, which instantly pops it into my mind. 2, actually. Oh. Ah, if it isn't... Oh, it's you. Though I suppose it's to be expected that I run into you here in the village. Where are you going to study Pokemon next? The Cobalt Coastlands? Oh, the Cobalt Coastlands. Pauline is certainly in a bit of a situation over there. She's a warden, yet she has no noble to see to. There are even some people in the Pearl Clan that speak ill of her, though not to her face. Oh, but do forgive me, perhaps I shouldn't have been airing dirty laundry. Piece of advice then, as an apology for wasting your time. Some Pokemon are strongly affected by certain stones which hold mysterious power. With the right stone, you can even evolve some Pokemon. You need look no further than Cleavor for proof of that. What I'm trying to say is basically this. If you and the Survey Corps want to learn everything there is to know about all the Pokemon here in this region, then the stones you find throughout Hisui will be very important. There's even a tale about a stone which contains the power of creation. The very same power Almighty Sinnoh used to create the universe. I'll trust you'll take my advice to heart and not underestimate how important stones can be. To help ground this fact into you, here, I'll give you some rather handy stones and things I found. Nice, grit pebbles and grit gravel. No grit rocks though. And should you want some stones that can help your Pokemon evolve, I bet the Jinko Guild has them from time to time. I want to check actually whether or not I can use these yet. Or at the very least if I can use the Seed of Mastery, because I definitely want to see if I can master Focus Energy so I can get better usage out of it. Because as of right now it leaves me a little too open for my liking. Okay, one of Master Moves. Focus Energy. I mean, I'm fairly certain I got at least a... I did at the very least try shiny hunting a Cleavor, though I don't think it worked out too well. Hiya! There we go, Focus Energy. Actually, I want to check to see if what moves I can learn right now. New moves. What have you got for me? We got Shadow Ball. It could be interesting. Can Baneri learn anything? The Elemental... Okay, that's actually a fair bit of move variety, I must say. Ice Punch and Drain Punch, I think. Since obviously I don't need Baby Doll Eyes anymore. Okay, change moves. And Drain Punch. Just thinking, Draining Kiss is special actually, so I kind of want to run double hits, see how effective that is. Maybe. Oh hey, we can already evolve Chimchar. Though obviously I don't intend to just yet. What actually do I need to do with Chimchar? Let me just check. Ember mostly, okay. Suppose at the very least where we're going we can put it out front a little bit. What else do we need to do with Cherim actually? Let me just check. Cherubi. Absorb, okay. 40 times. Right. That's good to know. I can't help but feel that some Cleavor could have been better. I think it mostly just comes down to its typing. Bug is generally just not that great at typing. Like, ever since Gen 1 especially, when it didn't even have any moves. Just generally speaking, bug types, especially with their prevalence of weaknesses, were ones that you'd generally want to avoid. But the best of the bunch, at least in Gen 1 from my recall, being Pinsir. Since it at least had a bit more stuff it could do compared to Cypher, who, hilariously enough, got not a single bug-type move in Gen 1. It was all just normal-type moves, which, why wouldn't you then use a normal-type Pokemon? It was kind of sad, really. Also, let me just break out Ursaring here. Because I'm fairly certain there's a particular person here which we need to be on the lookout for. Actually, let me just check if I actually got that. I might have already completed that.
So, still need to get some hopper berries here, some hearty grains, some pop pods, elegant tail. I'm just guessing that's Pachirisu. Oh, there's another quest over there for me to do. Okay. So I'm assuming that it'll glow blue once we actually get the indication of where we need to be going. For now, though, it's mostly just guesswork. I suppose being out here in a place so wet isn't exactly helping matters. Not entirely certain what this purple glow is supposed to be in the water. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's just weirdly giving off this purple glow. Oh. Picking up something. Also yeah, I think... Run away! Definitely don't want to mess around with that Tangrowth, that's for sure. I think our best choice of a course of action is to actually just go to the Bogbound camp. Yeah, I suppose with Terra you can mitigate some of the type disadvantages, though I'm guessing that we're not going to be getting Terra in Gen 10. Well, let's get Alpha Hippowdon. Drop the charm, gotta get it back. So, it should, in theory, be close to Alpha Hippowdon. That being said, though, I still need to find this Wanderer in the Mirelands, so we're just gonna forge ahead into the orange goop. A sunstone? I've got all this stuff in here which I need to sell. We'll just put some stuff together which we can with crafting. Yeah, we'll just go with these. I could have just made some feather balls, but I'm not in the mood. Honey cakes. Everyone loves a good honey cake, since obviously I need to keep a hold of these hearty grains. Where could this person possibly be? I think they're probably a little bit more eastern. Still not having much luck, unfortunately. I feel there's something up here which I should be avoiding, but I guess not. Oh, that's an Alpha Yadna. I just noticed that. I think we're coming up a little bit to the Ursa ring. Haha, putt. What is that in the water, actually? Oh, that's a wish cache. I just noticed you just sort of flapping about there. Okay, he's gone hostile. Never mind, Chimchar, we're leaving. That wish cache does not mess around. I do say. Where is this? On another Alpha B barrel. That's good to see. Fairly certain there should be a way across the river. So I'm guessing that won't be until we get the ability to either swim or fly. I don't want to spend too much time on this, so I'm just gonna check. Hope you don't mind. Okay, so it looks like I'm in the completely wrong place. Good to know. Yeah, it's definitely dangerous country we're in. When they tell you Pokemon are terrifying creatures, I think this is what they meant. Okay, where we're supposed to be going is south. So let me just... There we go. Come on, Skyrim horse! There we go. Okay. And from here, we should be able to track down this particular individual. It's not what I meant to press. Somewhere in the vicinity of here, it looks like. Alright. Let's just fly south. I'm fairly certain there's an Alpha Toxicroak around here, though, so... better watch it. Oh! There we go. We picked up the scent. And now from here, we just fly. Hello. A person! Another real-life human being! Oh, thank goodness. And a massive bear as well. I was on my way back to the base camp when I got attacked by some wild Pokemon. I managed to get away from them, but I got completely lost when I was running, and, please, can you tell me how to get back home? Yeah, just go north. That way, I see. Thank you so much. I mean, this way. Right, of course, I knew you meant this direction. Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one, I'm sure. And I don't mean actual fun, I just mean antics. Okay. Need to find some hopper berries. Still need to learn more about that Psyduck. Pokemon with 3 leaves. Just want to speed things up so I know what I'm looking for. Hey, she's trying her best. Okay, so it is Patillo. On the other side of the river, it looks like, so... probably not going to be getting to that one, it seems. Which is unfortunate. Okay, let's see what other ones we can get, though. Need to find some grains and some hopper berries. Seems like a good place to start. There we go, hopper berries. Just gotta find some trees here which have that same description. Anyways, yeah, I think Alpha Toxicroak makes its home around these ruins. Kind of weird I haven't seen it yet, actually. Don't think I should be testing my luck, though. I'm just gonna leave. Also fairly certain there's an Alpha Pachyrisa around here somewhere. Which I have somehow not run into yet. I'm not done with you yet. There we go. Yeah, I'm fairly certain if we keep going around here, there's a pit with the Pachirisu in it, which... well, we may as well see what level it is. Who knows, maybe we might actually be able to add it to the team. Let's see. Oh. I was going to say, this is a fairly nice open area, and then just... Alpha Ursaring just sort of warps into view. Yeah, I think this is where Alpha... yeah, there it is. Alpha Pachirisu. That's certainly a very distinct-looking tail. Not 100% certain if this is the one we're looking for, but... it's worth a shot. just gotta let Pachi... Oh yeah, we can just sort of farm this one for dex entries as well. Here you go. Hopefully with this you'll be a bit more agreeable. Hungry little fella. Sorry, hungry big fella. I wouldn't exactly call that sort of a spring coil, but to say the least it is certainly distinct. Level 40 though, so not exactly betting too much on our chances. Honey cake is right next to you, just eat the food. I know you're big, I know you want offerings, I know you're hangry. Alright, you said raspberries also increase catch rates. Suppose it be as good enough a time as any to test that theory. Bop. Almost flawless. Yeah, I don't... Aside from whiffing that first heavy ball, I don't think you could have gotten it any better. I think we just get away with feeding this other Pachirisu though. There we go, he's just nomming. Bip. And there we go. Not 100% certain if that was the interesting tail Pokemon they were looking for, but it is one with an interesting looking tail. Let me just check, see... Mushroom cake. That definitely feels like something that would have tried in the 1800s, I'm just gonna say it. You know, they probably use mushrooms in a lot of things, like ketchup. I know mushroom ketchup was a thing at the very least. Let me just check one more time. What? Okay, more hearty grains. I gotta find more hearty grains out in the wild. Then we can just go home and hand all this in. Maybe have a couple of drinks. Think about what could have been. Question your life choices, etc, etc. I can go on. I gotta say though, I do have a lot of fond memories, just the prospect of running through wheat fields like this. Obviously not from any Pokemon game, but from a certain other game, which I may or may not end up streaming. It's a game that I plan to stream, but I'm not entirely certain whether it will do well is the issue. Same reason I'm sort of held off on potentially streaming Klonoa. Okay, this one's actually pretty funny. Just literally lodged in the tree stump. Okay, hit the haystacks. Okay, just gotta find myself a haystack. I can imagine these aren't exactly hard to find, though I may end up being a bit of a dummy and running right past them. So feel free to give me a shout if that inevitably happens. Caster Fern. Can't pick up anything else again. A bit concerning if I do say so myself. Yeah, let's just leave the Paris alone. It's like already just running through this, I can hear the guitar starting up. That's not a hearty great. Alright, I suppose we'll just be wandering about here for a while. Don't mind me. Just want to check. Is there actually anything further up north I need to worry about? I don't think there is. The home of trials, though, that's... Okay, okay, so they're more southbound, okay. Fair enough. Oh. You're probably referring to some of these, aren't you? I'm picking up what you're putting down. Also, I think I'm about to die. No idea what happened there. Not gonna question it, don't really mind. Looks like I got healed a little bit. But I'm fairly certain I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I didn't want to fight a Krogok. I wanted to get some hay. I wanted to get some grains. That's not grains. Some medicinal leeks. Castor ferns. Let me just check to see if I actually have enough. Nope, still have 2. Guess we're just gonna have to run around until we actually find them. Unless I'm doing something wrong again. Hey, glad to see you made it. I was just... Again, just going through trying to find some more side quests to do. Oh, there's another thing over here. Forgot about that one. Okay, shining stacks. That's a fairly good one to look out for. There's one. Hopefully I don't get assailed this time trying to get it. Vivichokes, softfoot roots. This isn't exactly reassuring. I mean, the fog as well. That's definitely unnerving. I can definitely see how this whole place could become unnerving in a at a later point. Not going to go into details about that. Okay. So I can't really do anything with all the stuff I have in my pack. I guess we'll just get rid of the sword cap since I don't think I'm going to need it for the time being. Oh, that's nice. Just jump straight in. Yeah. That's the thing with Wired here. It's very easy for you to just get ahead of yourself and just leap headfirst into places where you really shouldn't. I think I'm best going back across the river for the time being. Where exactly, though? I mean, obviously we're not going to find any going too far south. There we go, there's a Harvey Grain. Now I can get out of here for the time being and just come back when we need to find more of the verses, I think. In fact, I could probably just... Oh, another distortion. What per... Oh, it's across the river, never mind. Saved by Skyrim Horse. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely good to know. They were definitely hard to pick out. Okay. New observations, mostly just doing to Ponyta and Pachirisu. Wow, really giving it food really did just boost it up, didn't it? Investigated strategies for battling with Pachirisu. So it may not actually have been Pachirisu which I was supposed to look out for. Great. Alright, let's just head back for the time being. It is starting to get dark, so hopefully now we can do the Drifloon quest. Because I imagine that one's going to get fairly interesting, to say the least. Also, I still need to find out where the rest of the wisps are here. Well, I wouldn't say amazing, but I did end up going into one of the distortions a little, basically in the last part, which is where I got Porygon. So hopefully we'll get another chance to do it another time. 3 stalks, 100 grains, 2 upper berries, 1 raspberry. Yep, they're all here. You happy to give these? Yep. That's the reason I brought them. 100 grains, hopper berries, raspberry. Oh, wonderful. These ingredients look so nice and fresh. I'll get cooking, so wait here a while, would you? Alright, they're all done. Without a taste, well, we get one to Evie, shall we? Obtain the hometown muffin. Heck yeah. It's been such a long time since I've had a muffin. And even then, it was mostly just the store-bought ones. Even back then, I just couldn't get enough of those chocolate chips.
That's interesting. I guess the taste is fine, but it's just not the same as the muffins from my own town. I remember them being more moist and this nice, delicate flavour to them. Sorry to waste your time after all the trouble you went through to gather the ingredients for us. I'm afraid these mediocre muffins weren't enough to get me in Evie's good books.
Oh. Well, Evie seems... Oh, what's the matter, Evie?
You want one? Well, I won't stop you. Here you go. You like it that much? That's great. I'm so glad. You want another? I don't think that's wise. Too many snacks will give you a bellyache, along with certain other things.
Oh no, who could resist that cute little face? I'll swear you're rotten if I'm not careful, yes I will. Ah yes, using the classic you can't hate me, I'm cute tactics that Banuis always use when they always want food. Which, yes, is all the time. As for me new muffin creations, they're not quite the same as the ones from my own town, so how about we call them Jubilife muffins instead? I think I'd know just what to do to make them tasty for my darling Evie too. I've jotted down some more ideas, so yeah, you should try making something for yourself. Okay. Hopper berries, cake lure base. Little taste of home. Good. Alright, we got a fair few more. Oh wait! Evie can actually evolve now. No way. We'll give the rest to Baneri in that case. One day you will evolve. You'll see. You'll all see. Alright, I think... Yep, it's nighttime, so... Seems a fairly decent time already, so I'm just gonna save just in case something happens, but... Actually, let me just check the Pokédex real quick to see if I'm a-okay doing this to Evie, or if there's anything else I need to do. I need to use Quick Attack a whole bunch more times. Need to give it food. Evolve. Yeah, mostly just using Quick Attack a fair bunch, but... you know what? Eevees aren't that hard to find, especially as you get later in the game. Let's just do it. Traversing lands so strange but familiar. I forgot the rest of the words. That's a Sylveon. That would have certainly made events certainly a bit more awkward, so I'm just going to quickly reset so we can get the the dark fella that we wanted. Nothing against Sylveon, it's just I wanted Umbreon. Now we also get to see the startup screen. Still on the Crimson Islands for the time being, though I think as you get later into the game it changes and becomes a bit more random. Just need to remove any and all fairy type moves from Eevee's moveset. Let me just check. Change moves. Because we had baby doll eyes, that was it. Let's swap it out for Rest. Since Umbreon does a fairly good job of doing that. Okay. Now we can evolve. Biting cold. Feel your body numbing slowly. Can you hold yourself up all on your own? You tense and shiver all throughout the night, feeling things you've never known. Yeah, we got Umbreon. Yeah, that's the whole thing. In this game, you evolve Eevee into Sylveon if you have high enough friendship, and you have a fairy-type move, so it's more distinct from Espeon and Umbreon. Snarl, though, we definitely need. Let's get rid of Swift. It's also a move we can actually take advantage of using Calm Mind. Actually, speaking of that, it's probably best if I get rid of Quick Attack as well. Yeah, let's just give it... You know what? Baby Doll Eyes will probably go quite well on Umbreon. Just going for all sort of lowering of offenses, just doing stuff to make it the most defensive bulky boy. Yeah, I think that will do. There we go, got Umbreon. Let's see what we have to do for it in the Pokédex. So, Baby Doll Eyes. Fortunate that I got it back on there. And Dark Pulse. Good to know. And yeah. 70 Agile moves. Needless to say, this is one of those you're going to be going for in... It's definitely a long haul sort of affair with Umbreon here. Obviously, I'm definitely planning on sticking with this one to the end. There's a very good reason for that, which we'll probably see as the game goes on. Alright, let's go back to the beach, and hopefully we can find out what's going on with this Drifloon. Oh, there's another Wisp over here. I'm not 100% certain you can actually get Moonlight in this game. They definitely cut down on a fair few of the moves, so I'll have to check if it's actually in the game, but... Generally speaking, I remember more so Rest being the main healing move I used. At least for a little bit. Okay. Playing with Drifloon. Prelude Beach and the evening. It's nighttime, so let's just go back to bed. I think from memory the most egregious example of having to grind in this game for stuff in the Pokédex was definitely Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus. Battling with Pachirisu. Well, we got a Pachirisu, so I'm guessing the mysterious twirly-tailed one wasn't exactly the one he had in mind. Okay. Behind the fishing cabin. Okay, I'll just go over, switch this to evening, and then we can head off over there. Until evening. I can only imagine that Commodore is just gonna grill me out something fierce for sleeping on the jobs like this. Alright, let's roll out. If I can get past all these banners. I'm thinking after this I probably want to look around and see if I can find any more of those wisps. There we go. It's actually pointed out here. It would be annoying, definitely, if you could only do this quest on a Friday, like in original Diamond and Pearl. I get what they were going for with that, but I can't imagine how egregious that must be, just having to wait until a particular day. I mean, granted, there was also the same case in Gen 2 with Lapras. Here we are, behind the woodshed. Survey Corps guy, over here! Hey, I want to go home now, but Drifloon won't let me go. Can you help me, please? Yeah, let's go. Before Drifloon carries you off to the Netherrealm. There he goes. Yay, now I can find... Hey, Drifloon didn't mean to be bad. It's just in his nature to try and drag you off to hell. It always played together with me. It's real friendly, so I kept it a secret from everyone. Oh, my name is Taki. See you around, Survey Corps boy. I'm literally older than you. You little brat. You got some nerve calling me boy. I mean, that's technically correct, but you still got some nerve. Yeah, needless to say, Drifloon definitely has a little bit of a reputation as a, let's just say, Pied Piper sort of ordeal. I'm not surprised there hasn't actually been a Pied Piper inspired Pokemon. I'm fairly certain Cassette Beast actually beat them to it. Yes, he was trying to steal a child. I see, so little Taki was trying to keep Drifloon from getting into trouble. All the same, he was in considerable danger. Without your help, goodness knows where Drifloon might have taken him by now. I'd be remiss if I didn't follow up on this troubling incident. I'll urge Captain Zeus to post extra security corps guards out on Prelude Beach at once. For now, I'm glad that the situation was resolved without any harm. Thank you, truly, for helping keeping us all safe. Just part of the job. Alright, let's go finally sell all this stuff in my pack. Still nothing with regards to the Baneri front, which is a shame. I'm hoping it won't be too long before we get to evolve it. So I know at the very least that was a dex requirement. Because of course it is. Yeah, we'll just sell everything here. And then I think we'll break out the Pachirisu. Because we need to do stuff for side quests. Okay, we'll just sell all these. Anything else we can sell here? Not really. Alright. Trading with Pachirisu. I think we're actually good to properly... Oh wait, I forgot to turn in this one. Silly me. Oh yeah, we also get to show her the monkey. The monkey we caught. Just sort of sitting in our party gaining levels. Have you come to show me what the will of the wisp was I saw? There he is. Monkey. A Pokemon? But I'm certain what I saw was the will of the wisp, you know? Should I look at this Pokemon at night? Okay, if you say so. Now I gotta come back at night. And then I gotta find all the wisps scattered around town. This certainly is a wild and crazy adventure we've had on this stream, hasn't it? Just getting into the nitty-gritty of the common day-to-day. At the very least, we got shiny Ponyta out of it. What am I getting? I got shiny Ponyta out of it. I will say, though, they do at the very least give you a fair bit of incentive to do the side quest, because there is... I mean, aside from store expansions, clothing store expansions, you do get access to a fair few more Pokemon than you normally would. Still need to do stuff with Cherubi, I must say. Alright. Have you come to there we go. Alright. Let's give her a show. Monkey. That's it! That's the little wisp I saw, alright. I'm surprised it's not burning the tree down, but... So, it was a Pokemon all along. In any case, you can't, like you... It's just like you promised. The Survey Corps really are a talented bunch. Just part of the job. Now I have to explain the whole thing to Walker somehow. Can't say I'm looking forward to that. Ah! Will-o'-the-Wisp! Oh, it's you. Ha ha ha, child trauma. Isn't it just the most wholesome thing, traumatizing a child like that? Disclaimer, don't actually traumatize children. I feel I gotta say that because you know someone will get angry. Alright. Where exactly are these wisps now? I'm guessing they won't exactly be hard to find, it's just... Well, there's one. In this back alley here. Three wisps remaining. I remember that... Oh yeah, there was one by the water wheel. I remembered! I remembered that one. One by this hay bunch. Behind the stable. If this even is a stable. I'm guessing it's more like a shed. You don't really question this sort of thing, do you? Just these weird buildings around here. Like, obviously that has something to do with agriculture. And here, of course, we have unremissible proof that hydroelectric is more effective than wind power. I won't get too much in it, but yeah, this is more likely to just keep going than a simple windmill when you're just sort of relying on the wind, let's just say. I'm fairly certain there was one more hidden around here somewhere. We already got the one back here. I think there might have been one on the mound. Could be wrong. Gotta say though, I definitely have enjoyed sort of running around here, and definitely do look forward to streaming some more of the older Pokemon games. It's like, I'm not entirely certain when I'll actually get around to doing that, but I am very much looking forward to the prospect of streaming Crystal Legacy. I only just found out today they released a patch which added dual typing to all the starter Pokemon, so much like in Grand Colosseum, Typhlosion is Fire Ground. Feraligatr is Water Dark, and Meganium... I'll leave that a secret. It is pretty good though, I will say. Definitely something which Meganium definitely could use. Within the confines of Gen 2, obviously, so... Fairy type is off the board. Oh, here it is. I had a feeling I'd find you here. Collected all the wisps in the area, heck yeah. Right, it seems to be coming up to time, so obviously I think at this point in my own time I think I'm good to start just doing extra Pokédex stuff more last time, like obviously using Absorb 40 times with Chitterby here. I don't think you want to sit around and see all that, so I may just do that off screen along with a lot of stuff with Umbreon here. Hopefully I won't regret evolving it too early, though. Let me just check any other side quests I should worry about at the moment. Obviously Buizel. Yes, Bitteries, Beautiful Rose, completed Pokédex energy for Roselia. Ah, that's the one. I forgot about Psyduck. Yeah, I definitely do appreciate, after doing the Meganium raid especially, I do appreciate that they at least gave some stuff to Meganium to make it a little bit better. Mainly body press. But if I do play Crystal Legacy, you'll see the change that I'm referring to. Well, you come to the right person. Take this. It's a secret medicine that only those from my hometown know how to make. So you're not going to make me go fetch the ingredients? That's a relief. Oh hey, remember secret medicine? Remember that Psyduck side quest from Diamond and Pearl? As you'll see, it will work wonders. Given to any alien Pokemon, it will soon be right as rain. Even though Psyduck's headache will clear it right up, I'm sure. I've gotta say, it must definitely suck to be a Psyduck. Just being in perpetual torment. Constant, non-stop pain. All throughout your life. And if it gets too severe, you just unleash your psychic powers and lay waste to entire towns. Like, I've seen what happened in the Detective Pikachu movie. He really was basically just a ticking time bomb. They really took that literally in that movie, didn't they? I feel I should watch that again at some point. But I will say, going back and watching Detective Pikachu even the first time, I found it severely distracting, the fact that I could easily tell all these various London landmarks. Like, I think the main one is you see the Gherkin in a shot. The Gherkin being the one building in London, which is all just sort of... I suppose I would say it's Gherkin shaped, but it isn't really. Oh yeah, I know a good thing or two about back pain, I'll tell you what. Alright, cure for Psyduck. And look at that, there. Oh, the Psyduck look all better already. What a relief. Thank you for finding this medicine for us. You know, I was a little nervous about the Galaxy team before, but if you're the sort of folk that are kind of help total strangers, I guess I have no reason to worry. And what did you call that stuff again? Secret medicine? Gosh, the Galaxy team must be very talented. I'll visit you all in Jubilife sometime. Yep, and after that, I think I'm gonna call that time. As obviously, since I'm the only one here defending, just sort of holding the fort again, as the rest of the family have gone off on another one of their camper van adventures, I'm left to basically close up and feed the cat, so I'm just gonna head back to the village for the time being and end things here. And we'll pick up next week. Now we've cleared away a little bit of the side questing. I was hoping to do a little bit more, but we definitely did quite a bit. But yeah, next week we're going to be going on with a little bit more of the story and finally heading to Cobalt Coast. Hey John, I was just wrapping up. So, yeah, Cobalt Coast next. Until then, I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. Get yourself a drink. Bye-bye.
yourself up on your own. You tense and shiver all throughout the night, feeling